I couldn't come up with a better name for this video. I mean, this piece of music is nothing mind-blowing. It just sounds nice, there's nothing to hide. So have a listen. If you like it, I'll teach you how to play it. You're still watching? Great, here's your takeaway. This piece of music happens to be a great picking workout. I mean, by no means it's a complete workout, but it's a great string crossing exercise. This piece of music is in 3/4. Not all music is in 4/4 time signature, so it's good to practice these other time signatures too, and 3/4 is a common one. It's a nice collection of lovely 2-finger chords, 7 in total. This piece of music is nice to have in your repertoire, and finally, it's a great canvas to get creative with. So let me show you how it works. Now this piece of music I call Before We Even Met. And by the way, it's Florian up here teaching guitar since 2007, and you find me on highguitar.com. So here are the chords. Let's have a look at these first. This is a C major 7, and I take middle and index finger here. And the fingerings for these chords are really important. That's why I want to show you these chords separately before we go through the piece. This is the next one. I take ring and index, and feel free to move along with me. Then this is index and pinky. Try to keep the tempo slow so that you can follow along. The next one is middle and index. I like the sound of that. And then this one here is middle and pinky. A G over B, and then we have a G over B flat. And then the final chord is the same fingering here, index and pinky. And you see in the chord diagrams, you see these fingerings. They're reflected in these numbers. So number 1 is the index, number 2 is the middle, number 3 is the ring, and number 4 is the pinky of the left hand. The thumb doesn't have a number. Usually it has the letter T for thumb. But it doesn't play a role here anyway. So let me grab my guitar pick, and this is what happens on the right hand side. Start with that first chord here, that C major 7, and I'll play down, up, down, up, down, up, and then 3 down picks on the bass note. Let me show you again slowly. That pattern I repeat through these chords. I played once on each chord. I decided to do it that way to kind of like make the piece a bit shorter, but it sounds lovely when you repeat it twice on each chord as well. Check it out yourself. So then the next chord. The next one, same pattern. Next one is my favorite chord here, this one. And what I do here when I play the third bass note here, before I move to the next one, I kind of like slide up from here. And I play that note. Once I reach that fret here, play the note instantly. So let me show you this again. Play these 3, 2, 3, slide. And then I continue playing. Let me show you one more time. And then this one here gives it a nice change. Goes out of the key and then it brings it back here, this one. And this twice to mark the ending. Before you start over again, and you'll see when you play it yourself, it kind of like creates that loop and it won't let you go. Now you're still watching, fantastic. I was thinking about how I could reward you, and I came up with something. You have that piece of music now, which is also great, It's nothing mind-blowing, but it's a nice piece of music. It just sounds nice, and it's a lovely loop. It creates that loop. You kind of like want to play it over and over again. It's nice to bath in these sounds. Now, in terms of how to reward you, I was thinking about a random guitar tip round of just 1 minute. So I have my phone here and my stopwatch. Let me just get that here. Okay, I got my stopwatch. Hope you can see it now. And I do random guitar tips for a minute, and hopefully there's something useful in there. Left hand nails. Keep your fingernails short on the left hand side. Otherwise, long fingernails push your fingers away from the fretboard, and you also ruin your fretboard over time. What else? Good posture. Position the guitar right, position yourself right. It should feel comfortable, it should be healthy, and you should easily reach around the neck. This is important because if you keep the guitar like angled down, like not upright, it's really hard to reach around. You bend your wrist and you risk hurting yourself. What else? When you do position shifts on the guitar, always keep the same kind of like relation between thumb and fingers. You want your thumb always centered. Don't leave it behind when you do position shifts. There's no such thing as the best guitar strings. It doesn't exist. You have to experiment yourself and find the strings that work best for your taste, for your ears, and for your guitar. Same thing with guitar picks. So that was a minute. Cool. As I said, I hope there was something useful in there for you. Now enjoy playing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.